Hi, this is Jerry with the worst comic podcast ever. Today I am going to show you my box of comics. I got 2 weeks worth of comics here from Discount Comic Book Service, and I'm anxious to get this open and show you what I bought. This is the worst comic podcast ever.
Oh, yeah. I want you to say it like that. How you do that there?
Okay, as many of you know, I buy my comics through Discount Comic Book Service. That's an online retailer out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. I've been using them for many years. That's not to say that I don't have a local comic shop. I still go to plenty of places in the Kansas City area, such as Clint's Comics, Elite Comics, Pop Culture Comics, and more. So, by all means, support your local comic book store, but by all means, too, feel free to save some money and order online. So, this is my package for books that came out the first 2 weeks of April. I get my books shipped twice a month. They come in this bomb-proof packaging. So I'm going to open this up and let you all take a look. And I'm going to give a big thanks to my cameraman John, who's manning it today. Hopefully we'll catch everything, and if he needs to move the camera around some, he will, so he can see what I'm doing here. As you know, they go through a lot of tape at Discount Comic Book Service. These things are like bomb-proof. You'll see, can you see that? Are we seeing it, buddy? All right. It is firmly packed in there. They got these little foam things that hold everything in place. All the books are wrapped up nice and neat, so they don't move around there. What else do I have here? I've got the Captain America Anniversary magazine that came out. This was free. DCBS did not charge me for this. They just threw it in for the heck of it. Next, I have the DC Comics previews. This was not included in last month's previews catalog that came out. They didn't want to spoil their reveal from WonderCon, so they sent a separate catalog for all the new Rebirth books. I'm very anxious to go through this. All right, now to open the big box of books. Again, it is wrapped up in like a magazine-size bag. They get everything in here. I've got an invoice here to show what was packed and what my rates were. And again, I'm buying online. I'm not paying full price for all of these books. In most cases, I'm paying half price for these books. So I'm getting like 2 books for every book you're buying. So just thought I'd share that with you. All right, Rocket Raccoon and Groot, number 4. This is a book from Scotty Young. I've really enjoyed his work. Then we've got Moon Knight number 1, Jeff Lemire and Greg Smallwood. We interviewed Greg Smallwood on our podcast 2 weeks ago. Great guy, lives up in the Lawrence area. We love talking to him. I've got Hercules number 6. This has been a fun series from Dan Abnett, and this artist is, as soon as I find it in here, Goran Sudzuka and Dalibor Talajek. I am probably mispronouncing those names horribly, and if they're listening, which I seriously doubt, I do apologize. I've been buying this book from my friend Jim Lynch because he likes me to save him some money on his books. Got Darth Vader. This has been so awesome. I think I'm almost liking this more than the Star Wars title. We got Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 5. Again, the art is done by Kansas City artist Freddie Williams II, who we interviewed back in December when issue 1 came out. All New X-Men, number 8. Again, Kansas City native Dennis Hopeless. I'm buying a lot of books from guys here in Kansas City. Huh. Imagine that. But this has been a very fun take on the X-Men, and I'm curious to see where they go at with all the X-Men rumors spoiling or floating around right now. All new, all different Avengers, number 8 from Mark Waid and one of the Cuberts. I've really enjoyed this, but I'm a little worried about this whole big crossover thing, and I'm not getting any of the other standoff books, but I'll stick with the core title here. We've got A-Force number 4, the all-women lineup of Avengers. And that is from G. Willow Whistlin. I've got Star Trek number 56. This has been so fun of a series that a lot of people probably aren't picking up, but you probably should. This current storyline is looking at the original series Spock, who is stuck in the new J.J. Abrams Star Trek universe, and him trying to find a role in that life. The latest issue of Walking Dead. Again, I got this for my friend Jim because he wants to save money on his comics. Sheriff of Babylon. I cannot recommend this book enough. This is from writer Tom King, who's going to be taking over Batman later this summer with Rebirth. Art is by Mitch Gerards, who Colin got to speak with up at Emerald City Comic Con a few weeks ago. Scarlet Witch, number 5, from James Robinson. And this one has art by Javier Pulido. So, interested in taking a look at that one. All right, Rachel Rising number 41. We got to interview Terry Moore just a few weeks ago on the podcast. There's only one issue left after this. It's coming to a conclusion with issue 42. I keep wanting to call them episodes. What's up with me? Anyway, you should have been reading Rachel Rising. If not, you can buy trades, or there's going to be an oversized omnibus coming out soon for that entire series. Black Widow number 2, Chris Samney, Mark Waid. This issue had very few words for the first issue, so I'm going to see if I can get a little more dialogue with this one. Black Panther number 1. This is the one that everyone's been talking about. I cannot wait to give this one a read. A lot of people have been raving about this online. Archie number 7. All right, Mark Waid, and this one has art by Veronica Fish. This has been like my favorite book of the last year. Mark Waid has revitalized the entire Archie line. There's a whole group of new creators coming in. Chip Zdarsky and Erica Henderson have been doing the Jughead book. They just announced this past week that Adam Hughes is going to do Betty and Veronica. How awesome is that? So, give Archie a look. All right, we've got Spidey number 4. This is a kind of a look at Spider-Man during his high school years. It's a fun book. Finally, Star Wars C-3PO. We find out how he got his red arm. I'm very excited to read this. However, Marvel has been mucking us over because this was supposed to come out in December. Seriously, I placed this order back in October to get this book, and now I'm getting it in April. What's up with that, Marvel? You should have had it out much sooner. We don't need this comic to wait for the DVD release. It should have been out when the movie came out. All right, Weird World. I still love me the Weird World. This is being written by Sam Humphries with art by the talented Mike Del Mundo. I've been having a lot of fun with this, although I will say nothing against this book, but I've enjoyed the Weird World showing up over in the Squadron Supreme book. All right, then finally I got 2 trade paperbacks. And again, I'm not paying full price for these, so enjoy that. Black Lightning from Tony Isabella and Trevor Von Eden. This is a collection of the stories from the 1970s when Black Lightning first appeared. A lot of these have never been reprinted, so I am anxious to read these. This was a character that I didn't read as a kid, but I want to read now, so I'm anxious to dive into this one. And if this book sells well, then DC has promised that they will have future volumes. You'll see volume 1 here on the spine. I can't wait to get volume 2 and maybe volume 3 as well. And then finally, Superman Emperor Joker. This was a series that came out late 1990s, early 2000s that crossed over the Superman books for a month or two. It's got Jeff Loeb, Joe Kelly, Ed McGuinness, Doug Mahnke. All great guys. I am anxious to dive back into this. I remember it coming out, and I was buying some other books at that point, just didn't get this. But given all the interest in the Joker, I'll read a Superman story with him in it. All right, that is my stack of books for this week. I appreciate you tuning in and giving this a look. I appreciate help from my cameraman, John. Thank you very much, buddy. And that's it for this week with the worst comic podcast ever. Go go to our blog, go to our Facebook page, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd love to get some more followers. Thank you, and have a great day.